Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Monday morning market and mortgage update. I am Mary Beth Brush with eXp Realty, joined today with David Baer of New American Funding. So today's a big day, David. Today is a big day. Governor Polis has lifted the stay-at-home order for for the entire state, but many counties are now actually continuing. Denver, Arapahoe, many other counties where the numbers are still high for COVID-19. So everyone has to check with their local leaders, local mayors, and stuff like that. So some counties can go out and social distance, obviously wear masks, but others were still here and staying at home in quarantine until May 8th. So some good news, the light switch has not gone off for the entire state, but we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So with that being some good news here, so let's talk about buyers, David. I know that there are still many possibilities with COVID right now, still many opportunities for buyers out there. So what are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, look, how you think determines everything, right? So if you see opportunity, if that's what you're looking for, you'll see it. If you're not looking for opportunity, you won't see it. So I always like, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So I'm always looking for optimism, opportunity, right? I mean, I have clients right now, one of them specifically that's now under contract that spent 2 months putting in offer after offer after offer.
Wow.
And now he's taking advantage of the opportunity to buy a home. So I know there's positives and I know there's negatives, but look at the positive side of things. Get prepared, get ready. So when this thing does open up and the dimmer switch is now full on, you're ready to go. So obviously getting with a lender, getting with the realtor, and getting all your ducks in a row and getting everything put together so you can hit the go button and let's rock and roll.
Absolutely. So David, getting to know you over the last couple of years, you are the lender that you can learn from. You come up with these ideas and you're so creative with your possibilities and you help so many people out. So let's shift a little bit. Let's talk about mindset. We are in week, 6, 7, 8 of people being quarantined, choosing to stay at home and stuff like that. People, oh gosh, my friends and family, we're getting restless here. So what do you recommend now that, like you said, the dimmer switch is a little bit, it's getting easier, but at the same time, people are still choosing to stay home. So let's talk about mindset. What can you tell us?
Yeah, as they were talking about the ban being lifted, I started thinking about, like, what am I going to miss?
Yeah.
And, I have 4 kids and yes, it's crazy around here. My wife's working from home. I'm working from home. We're playing teacher in the morning. I get it. There's challenges, but you have to overcome, right? And so for me, it's really been about, as I thought about this ban being lifted, what am I going to miss? What do I love about what's going on right now? What am I going to miss? And I thought to myself, when this thing does end, why does it have to end, right? Why can't I continue to still have lunch, with my kids? Maybe not as much, but maybe once or twice a week, adjust my calendar and my schedule, right? So I think, unfortunately, a lot of people are so focused on getting through, they're forgetting that they could get from.
Right.
As a parent, I often ask, parents who have kids that are older than mine. I have an 8, a 7, a 4, and a 1-year-old. And so I always ask them, what piece of advice would you give me as a parent who's, down the road a bit from I am? And they, one of the most prevalent things that I was hearing was, don't miss the time that you have with them right now. In other words, it's easy to hope for, hey, I can't wait till I can play golf with my kids. They're old enough to do this, to do that. And what happens is you miss those golden opportunities to take advantage of now. So I think that applies with what we're going through right now. And that's, don't get through, get from, right? What can you learn? Manage your mindset, improve your skill set. Right? I have that written on my mirror. It's something I see every day. You got to manage your mindset because it's the only thing you can control, right? We can't control when the ban's going to be lifted. We can't control the rates, right? But what can I focus on? Well, the feds are investing billions of dollars in the mortgage-backed securities so they can stabilize these rates. What can I focus on? The rates are low. Take advantage of the opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it you could do to get from this experience instead of just getting through this experience? And I think that's from a personal and a professional level that sometimes we forget we're just trying to get through things instead of from things.
You're absolutely right, David. And something that I always like to mention is that, like you said, what are we getting from this? Think about, and what you said before, we can't control what's happening, but we can control how we react to it. Like you said, what are we getting from right now? Like, I'm single, I don't have kids, I don't have a partner, I don't have a husband. So, I usually go out to eat a lot because cooking for one is really hard, but now I'm forced to cook a lot. Yes, I could get takeout a lot, which I still do, but I've tried new recipes. I've become a little chef in the kitchen. So for me, it's really opened up a lot of opportunities. And I'm actually fostering a kitten right now and, helping out the Dumb Friends League. So I'm like you said, I'm trying to pivot and trying to change my mindset to focus on what we can do right now. What are the possibilities? Before, as a real estate agent, I'm always out and about showing homes, meeting with clients. I wasn't home enough to take care of an animal, but now that we're in quarantine, now I'm fostering and helping out the Dumb Friends League. So you're right. It's really all about mindset.
Yeah. Something else I have on my mirror is turn negativity into creativity. And so, a lot of people, they hit negative and they hit the button where it's like, everything's, nothing's good. And back to mindset, right? Your thoughts are the most important thing you have. It will dictate where your life ends up. In other words, your thoughts drive your actions create results, right? So if you have the wrong thoughts, if you have, this is so negative, that, what's going to happen is you're not going to take action, right? For example, right now, you are doing the Monday morning, mortgage and real estate update, right? Yep. That would have never come to fruition if it wasn't for this. So your mindset is thoughts. How can I give? How can I contribute and share with people what's going on in the real estate and the mortgage world? Therefore, what? You took action, and now we're sitting here doing a training and hopefully helping a few people out, right? Absolutely. So your thoughts drive actions. Your actions create results. So what happens when you put the wrong thoughts in? It creates the wrong actions or no actions, right? What happens when you put the right thoughts in? Positivity, turning negativity into creativity, right? Creates action, right? I've seen you on the front lines giving away pizzas to hospitals and nurses. And, these are cool things that we can do while we're in these times, right? And so, contribution, right? What can you do to contribute? No matter if you're stuck inside or whether you're out and about being in business. So I hope people are getting from this opportunity. I don't know about you, Facebook is refreshing right now, right? Yeah. Because people are supporting each other. People are vowing for people to go out and, pay the person who cuts your hair, right? Go get fast food and get it delivered, right? Support these small businesses. Look, the president signed the PPP Act, right? $310 billion are getting injected for small and mid-sized companies, right? So try to focus on the positive. Don't just negate the negative. You have to learn from that. You have to heed that advice, right? If somebody's telling you, hey, don't go down this road, it ends, you're gonna go off the cliff, right? You have to make sure you pay attention to that. But I would say to the viewers out there, focus on what you can that's positive and turn that negativity into creativity.
Absolutely. Very well said, David. So on a more personal note, what has been the best part of staying at home in this quarantine for you and your family? What's your biggest takeaway?
Yeah, well, I have a 1-year-old here, if you don't mind. I'm a dad, right? So I got to show.
Your kids are so beautiful.
I've got a 1-year-old, and I have got to see her take her first steps.
Oh, wow.
I've gotten to see her say her first words. It's been pretty awesome, right? And I would never have gotten that opportunity. That would have been the nanny's gift, right? Yeah. Hopefully, if that would have happened, she wouldn't have told me that happened. So that I would feel like it was the first time. But yeah, no, I mean, family, right? For me, family's huge. I have 4 kids, so officially I'm a Catholic now, right? Yeah. So family is important to me. And, when I get out of this, I think what I might do is really ask myself, because I'm a workaholic. So for me, kind of sitting back and going, wow, this has been great to be with family. Yes, it's been frustrating at times, but I think more positive than negative, right? You get through it. So yeah, family's been great.
Absolutely.
How about you?
And that's the thing I was going to say. It's like, how many times before COVID hit have you heard people say, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I don't have time to read a book. Oh my gosh, if I could just have more time. Well, COVID's kind of given us this pause button to hit and maybe take some time out to read a book. And I get it, we can focus on the stress of this situation and the negativity, but also, like you said, let's pivot and let's think about, like, maybe we can pick up that book we've always wanted to pick up. Maybe we can make that recipe that maybe would have taken us 5 hours before and we didn't have that time. Well, now we can go to the kitchen and maybe cook with our kids or cook with our husband or our wives or something like that. So
Yeah.
for me, it's just the takeaway of, I got to hit the pause button a little bit. Like, yes, I'm still obviously with, our Zoom call right now. And, I'm still keeping my, clients engaged, letting them know what's going on in the market, letting them know what's going on with their equity in their homes. However, I'm also taking a little bit more time for myself, which is nice. So I'm getting some projects done around the house. And like I said, cooking and fostering a cat and helping feed the front lines and doing what I can to contribute is basically what I'm trying to do. So
yeah, we have to remember to take care of us so we can take care of others.
And 100%. Yeah.
Boy, being in real estate and lending as we are, it's nonstop 24/7, right? Yep. I tell my clients my hours are 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., right? And I abide by that. I'm available for them. That's something I want to do to be different, to be more service oriented, right? But that comes with also a cost, right? A cost of being available and cost of, having to get away for a few minutes if I'm with the kids or whatever it might be. So yeah, you got to take care of you so you can take care of others. And I tell you, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the presenter was talking about how this time right now that we're in is like halftime. Mm-hmm. It's a time for you to sit back and go, okay, this is halftime in my life. What do I want and what do I need to adjust to go out there in the second half of my life and be fulfilled and crush it and have it be what I really want it to be? So I thought that was an interesting analogy, the halftime thing. And I'm certainly taking advantage of not shaving, right? What's Absolutely. Positive, right? I don't have to shave.
Hey, awesome. There you go. There you go. And yeah, definitely taking advantage of this halftime of our lives. So David, thank you so much for being that lender that we can all learn from and talking about mindset and, obviously, taking advantage of this time right now. So I know you're super busy. I'll let you get back to your clients, but thank you again so much. And we'll see you next time.
See you, Rockstar.
Thanks.